Hello, hello. Good morning. I'll be right back. All right. Hello, hello, hello. D. John. Zaire. Different names. Raw. All right. How's everybody doing today? It's early. I did oversleep. I was supposed to be here at 7:30, but it's almost 8. So my apologies. Find my cards. What do I do with my cards? Now I gotta dig everything out of my bag. How's everybody doing? Hello, Bunny. I don't know what else to call you. Moon Bunny? Is that your name? Moon Bunny? Alright, I found my cards. How's everybody doing today? Hello, Sheila. Chandra, but it means moon. Oh, very cool. Yeah, I love bunnies too. They're cool. They could be mean, actually, too. I don't know if a lot of people know that. Uh-oh, my box is starting to fall apart. Don't get a dirty mind. It's too early for that. This box. Starting to come apart. Okay. Dipsy, hello, hello. Please make sure you guys are following. How is everyone? I'm just doing some freebies, getting my groove on. So, thank you for the follow, Cicely. Will Shabam and I reconnect to be friends again? I kind of get a no. Chandra, I feel like there's definitely some things that were said that hurt his feelings, and he's kind of in his head about it. Does that make sense for him? Because I get the King of Swords and the King of Cups, and so I feel like he is kind of going through it a little bit right now as far as who he is and kind of how he presents in the world, whether or not that's as manly as he wants to be. Yeah, that's an interesting one. All right, good morning, Tam and the twins. Cicely, will I hear from Julian to get back together? All right. If you're new here, my name is Mariana. I am a tarot reader, psychic tarot, evidential medium, and an animal communicator. I actually do get that you guys will at least discuss getting back together, Cicely. The Two of Cups is very much about kind of relationships, partnerships, and also friendships. So I'm not sure that you will get back together the way that you would like to get back together. And I do see the Four of Swords under that. So it's going to be a while. It's going to be, you need to rest. You need to kind of look inside, kind of, do all the work that, why aren't you together? What did go wrong? How much of it was your fault? How much of it was his fault? Was there any fault? So the Four of Swords is kind of the card that take a rest, take a brain break, Philippe, will I reconnect with Francine? If you're new here, thank you for being here. My name is Mariana. Excuse me. I'm a tarot reader, an evidential medium, and an animal communicator. If you would like to skip the line or get a guaranteed reading, it is $40. And they're more in depth. These are just freebies. Philippe and Francine. Oh, I actually do get a yes, Philippe. I also get that you're kind of the one, I feel like, that has a little bit of the anxiety. And she tends to be a little more critical. So, don't take everything she says as personally as you would. Sometimes it's not personal. Lillian, will Anthony come back to me? All right, if you guys are new here, if you have any questions about tarot, evidential mediumship, or animal communication, you can also ask those. Please do follow, like, share. We're going to ask about Lillian and Anthony. Will Anthony come back to you? I get two yeses, the Chariot and the Ace of Pentacles. I do feel like the money was a part of the relationship just because it's the Ace of Pentacles. And then that might have even been part of what the problem was, is some of that practical, money matters. One person wants to be one way and the other person wants to be another way, if that makes sense. Like, one of you is like a retail therapy shopper and one of you is like a saver. But I do get a yes. All right. Tristan. Will Storm and I get married? If you're new here, my name is Mariana. Please follow. All right, Storm and Tristan. I get a no. So I do get that the Knight of Shining Armor kind of a vibe to one of you, and that you kind of come in. One of you tends to come in and offer the world and then not follow through. Because the next card is the Ten of Swords, which is very much the card of betrayal, very much the card, it's very much a no. So let me know how that resonates. I'm going to go to the end of the messages. You guys may have to do it again. Hello, Holly. Hello, Caitlin. DM. Will I get an A in my class? Should have got my pendulum out. I say that every time. All right, hold one. If you're new here, thank you for being here. I am a tarot reader, evidential medium, and an animal communicator. I feel like you do get a, yeah, I don't feel like it's an A. I feel like it's a decent grade, but I don't feel like it's an A. All right, Maria says, are you able to tell if my drama was put down on purpose, and is she around me? Okay, so I'm assuming that that is an animal because, in Canada they put people down. But let me know the animal, and they are always around us. They are always around us. All right. Oh, that is interesting, Tristan. All right. Yes. Okay. They are definitely around us, but let me grab a pen here. And she's a dog. Yes. Drama. My goodness, it's hot today already. Are you still, Maria, would you understand that you're still kind of dependent on someone for money? Are you young and you live with your parents still? Would you understand that? I feel like there's someone else that made the decision. Your brother. All right. Would you understand that he would have, I can't tell if I feel like your brother didn't mind you having a dog, so this almost feels, because there's two people, there's maybe the vets, and you're saying put down on purpose. I do feel I feel like there's a question about whether or not the health was like there's a good intention, and then there's kind of a take care of it feeling. So the person didn't do it with bad intention. She was at your in-laws. That's exactly what I feel. Fucking parents. I knew it. Dang it. No worries. I don't feel like the intentions were malicious, but I do think that you are intuitively right in that she was more or less, put down on purpose is how you said it. It doesn't feel malicious though, as much as it feels like kind of a rock in a hard place. Does that make sense? Let me get a little message from her, Maria. I miss her so much. Yes. Oh, she's around you. She's around you. Let me get a message from her that'll just kind of hopefully, before I put my foot in my mouth, hopefully prove how much she's around you. She's showing me water, school, and a small-ish room. Would you understand that you like either rent a room? Oh, you said you live at your brother's. That makes sense. So you have a room at your brother's. Would there be a water feature? This might be a lake or a creek. You might live near the water. Because she's showing me either a skateboard or a bicycle. I know those are two different things, but you on wheels, kind of taking a break, and that this is how you get away. Does this make sense to you, Maria? It doesn't. Trying to, Sorry, I'm also multitasking. Yeah, I get water, I get a trail by the water, I either get a bicycle or a skateboard, and that this is what maybe she's saying, maybe she's calling for you to do that as far as getting away. But that is what she's showing me. I don't know exactly where to go from there, just because it may make sense a little bit later. Oh wait, I've been going to trails with my brother. Beautiful. Beautiful. I think like add a bicycle or add something to that, but that is what she's saying. I love that. So number one, that just shows how much she's around you, right? You've been going to the trails with your brother. Number two, I still see water. It could be smaller than what she's showing me. She's showing me it looks big, but I feel like she also had a little bit of a fear of water. Like she would get in it up to her like elbows maybe, but not. She wasn't just the kind of dog that would just jump in head first. But anyways, that is kind of, yes, okay, wonderful. So that is basically what she's saying, is that I'm with you enough to know that you're going to walks with your brother. I'm with you enough to be here right now and make sure you saw me, right? I feel like you weren't even supposed to, I feel like you're not even supposed to be on TikTok right now. Like you're supposed to be doing something else. And you were like, wait, one more. Because I feel like you're new to my page. Maybe not. But that's how it feels, is that she kind of set this up. You are at work. Beautiful. I feel like she kind of set this up so that you could just feel a little bit better today, get through your weekend a little bit better. She's a bit of a talker, I feel like. Just kind of doing the, not a big talker, not like a husky talker, but more like a, like a little talker. Yeah, absolutely. She loves you too. She says that your apologies aren't necessary, and that you, I want to say this was pretty recently, it was a dream, it was at night, something along those lines, in bed, and you're just like, I'm sorry, and then crying, which makes sense, because you've already validated that it's how hard it is. But she said there's no reason for you to apologize. And she's absolutely with you. And when you're ready and you're more stable and you're kind of on your feet and on your own, and a few years from now, you can set your intentions for her to come back in another animal. Absolutely. Aw. What kind of dog was she? Because I feel like she's a mix. You are welcome. All right. She was a pocket bully. That is not what I was seeing. How funny. Did she do that little talking? Did you, like this? If you're new here, thank you for being here. My name's Mariana. I'm a psychic and evidential medium and an animal communicator. I would sit with her and talk and talk. I love that. Yeah, Maria, absolutely. Okay, Unati, you get. I mean, clearly you see me giving a reading. You'd say she just listened. I got you, because she's doing like nodding her head and like absolutely, you know, that kind of thing. So, how cool. There you go, Maria. All right, Unati. Well, Anish and I get married. I kind of feel like it's a lot of work between you and Anish, like a lot of work. So I would also take this as a no, because I feel like you decide that things are not supposed to be this hard in relationships. And this feels very difficult. This feels very back and forth. This feels very like almost combative, to be honest. So I get a no. All right, Carrie, my daughter is nonverbal. Would you validate, is she happy at her living situation? Yeah, give me her name, Carrie. Yeah, Tristan, hold on. All right, so for Carrie, go ahead and shoot me your, okay, Kaylee. All right, so would you understand this, Carrie? Because I do see applesauce, oatmeal. I do see a lot of soft foods, and I do see, like, she doesn't always like them. I'm not getting an exactly kind of an age, but I almost want to go, is she like, give me an age, because I feel like she's like 14. I just keep getting 14 is how old she is, but she feels much younger. So I would assume if she's nonverbal and she's at a living situation, it doesn't take a genius, right? To understand she probably feels younger than she is. Hello, Karen. You guys go ahead and hold on to your questions. Mentally, she's much younger. Cognitively, yeah, that makes sense. Do you understand the food thing? Okay, guys, hold your... Hello, Harley, Amy. Do you guys understand... what is today? The 25th. Okay. I am up early. Do you understand the food thing? I just want to make sure that I'm kind of in with the right young lady. Because I just feel soft foods. I feel kind of bland foods. I feel like I don't chew that well. I feel like I don't swallow that well. Does that make space? Oh, thank you, Tam. Does that make sense for you? You'll ask staff. Okay. I do feel like someone rubs me. Someone is very kind. I feel like it is a woman. I feel like it's an older woman. And when she does this, she takes her thumbs and she does my temples. And she does my hands. And she loves this. Like, loves it, right? And it just calms her down and kind of brings her anxiety down. I will say that she feels she doesn't like all the medications, which makes sense. Because they make her fuzzy and she's kind of funny. She has a little flatulence. They make me fuzzy and farty. Yes and yes. Okay, wonderful. She feels content. She feels frustrated in her body. You know what I mean? She is sarcastic. She's smart. She feels younger than her age, but she's very smart inside there. And that can be frustrating. And she's going to make me cry in just a moment. Because she kind of feels like this is bullshit, right? She's, you know, why did I get this body kind of a vibe? But overall, she says the people around me love me. Is she pretty active as well? I know. Damn, girl. Is she pretty not... Because I feel like maybe I don't get to move around like I want to either. So it's not just nonverbal. I feel kind of stuck. Does that make... Yes, right now. Okay. Whew. I don't know if happy is the right word for it, Carrie, but I do know that she's content. She does seem to understand the situation. Oh, Tam, you are? Aw. You're welcome. You're welcome. She does want you to, and again, it would take a genius to come to this conclusion, but I feel like there was a recent decision, and I'm not sure that it was this decision, Carrie, but she does understand the decision. She wants you to understand that she understands the decision, and she says you need to take something to sleep, or you're not getting very good sleep. You're incredibly restless. Oh, she astral travels to come visit you. Absolutely, Carrie. Hello, Delaney. Carrie, I feel like she 100% kind of comes and energetically visits while you're, at night, if you will, when she's supposed to be sleeping. That's why she doesn't like the medication so much, because sometimes they over-medicate her. She can't do that. Yeah. Hey, Tawny. Yeah, Tam, that's cool, right? Whew, that was heavy. So we have started the morning off. I just need to check my date book, make sure I'm not missing anything. I was supposed to be here at 7:30 and I slipped in. Well, my alarm didn't go off, actually. My fucking alarm is pissing me off. It's, you get these expensive ass phones. At least they could do is the alarm could work. Okay, so I don't have anything for a while. This weekend, oh, there it is. Today is the 25th. Okay. Yeah, if anybody wants a reading on Zoom today, I'm open. GoDaddy messed up my whole weekend. You're welcome, Carrie. You're welcome. It was, Karen. It was. Whew. All right, now you guys can put your questions in one more time. Jules, are Atlas and Charlie together? Are these animals or are these people? Since I do animal communication and humans, you guys got to let me know. Okay. Animals. Are Atlas, but past? Atlas and Charlie. Oh, honey. You're going through it, Jules. You're going through it. Yes, they are together. This is not a yes card. This is you. Yes, I'll pass. Yes, they definitely find who they're supposed to find. Like here's what happened. First of all, you're going through it. So I need you to ease up on yourself. The things that this is really calling for me to talk to you about your heart. This is not the heart card. This is not the yes card. This is the Eight of Swords. Excuse me, I just got something in my eyeball. This is the Eight of Swords, and this is really about you taking the blindfolds off and looking around you and seeing who's around you that's causing you to stress so fucking much. This is a Nine of Swords. This is about anxiety, waking up in the middle of the night. This is called the 3 a.m. card. It doesn't actually have to be 3 a.m., but it's hard to sleep. You're very in your head right now. You're very... would you understand this, Jules? Yes, Tristan, I'll come back to you. And I'll get to you, Jess. You do. So, one of the things is, yes, they are together on the other side. If you were... it's kind of... Here's how I think of it, is a soul circle, right? Some people say tribe, some people say group. I chose soul circle because tribe can offend some people, and groups are not, group, implies everyone, right? So because we suffered traumatic loss 43 days ago and I don't know how to move forward. God damn, girl. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna pull another 2 cards for you. But as far as the animals and finding their boy over there, and I don't know if this is an actual boy, I'm not necessarily tapping in. But yes, they would be together. Absolutely. In fact, they would be the ones who were there to kind of, hey, come on over to the other side, right? They would be that transition assistance, if you will. All right, so I'm going to just pull 2 more cards for you. Jules, I'm just covered in chills right now. So, and you've already said it, you're going through it. The Three of Swords is very much just almost personal torture, right? Just a personal. Here's the thing, it's very difficult for you right now to stay here on Earth. I feel like you not only dream about leaving, but that you, woo, y'all are putting me through it this morning. Here's the thing, I think there are other people here that need you to stay here. Okay, Jules? Do you stay here for other people? Maybe for a little bit, right? Because if you can't stay here for yourself, you can go ahead and stay here for them. And it doesn't have to be forever. Like a few years from now, if you still feel like leaving, then leave. But for right now, I think there are other people who really need you to stick around. Wow. Y'all are hitting me hot and heavy this morning. All right. Oh, I knew it. God, so sorry, Jules. I knew it. God dang it, I knew it was your son. Hold on. I gotta go turn off. Hold on, Jules, because I'm coming. Okay. Everybody can see me now. So, Jules, obviously you were also meant to be here for a reason, and I don't just do this for money, right? Like, this is my side business, but it's also for healing and closure. So please stay with us for a moment. Okay, I feel fragmented in your son's energy, and I feel medicated. Would you understand that, Jules? Oh, do you want me to do this, Jules? I'm sorry. I should ask you first if you would like me to talk to him. My apologies. Okay. Do you understand the fragmented and medicated? This could be self-medicated, or it feels prescription. It feels, it might be self-medication with prescription. Do you understand this? And I actually feel like this was more of an accident than like I'm thinking of doing this, but I don't really want to do this, but I'm thinking of it and I can't get it off my mind. It's almost as if I feel looped, and I feel out of sorts, and I feel what is that called? Almost as if they're, now this is going to sound dramatic, but it's almost as if these are implanted thoughts from other things, and I've kind of slipped over into, I don't know what's real and what isn't real anymore. He wasn't medicated, but in a past reading he said he knew he could have asked for help but didn't. Oh, okay. Because it's very fuzzy, and I feel like I've slipped into, I'm not sure what's real and what isn't. Yeah, I think that's very much the vibe. I could have asked for help and didn't. I do want to say, oh, you already said that you have other children. I also want to say that one of those children has been having, so this might be a nephew, a cousin, but it's a smaller child. I want to say this child is between 8 and 10 years old. And I want to say, Jules, that your son actually interacts with this child quite a bit. So I don't know if this is a brother, a nephew, or what have you, but I do want to say that you would have noticed possibly this interaction because your son is so regretful, and so I'm trying to figure out why he feels so hurt and fragmented. It almost feels, to be quite honest, it feels a little bit like mental splitting. Like I don't always know who I am. I feel like there's two parts of me and I don't know how to marry them up. Does this make sense? Thank you, Tam, for holding space. If you're new here, my name is Mariana. We're just doing a small evidential reading for Jules. Her son passed away not too long ago. And as soon as you said, did they find their boy over there, Jules, I did feel like it was your son, but I didn't want to, I wasn't sure, if you wanted to talk to him. So also do feel that he was greeted by an older woman. This older woman, she did go gray, but I think she fought it to the very end. She's fairly sassy. I want to say this is probably your grandmother from your mother's side. Do you understand this? Oh, Pussy Farts is back. That's so amazing. Hello, Pussy Farts. I'm sorry. Hey, if you do a little exercise, your pussy won't fart. And you're actually intruding on a very nice reading. Do I have any moderators in here? Can you remove dipshit? It's definitely your mom's mom. I love it, Jules, because I feel like she also, kind of was there for him. Are you aware? I still can't with the, I still feel the fragmented. Were you aware that he felt like that? Does this make sense as far as mentally just being a little bit fragmented? There we go. I went ahead and blocked good old Pussy Farts. We weren't until after. I got you. That makes a lot of sense. How do I remove this comment now? Hold on. Alright, whatever. What's happening? There we go. Even the investigators combed through his phones and computer and said they saw zero signs of issues. Poor baby. He just, yeah. I don't think he understood it, right? And I think that caused a certain level of anxiety. If you don't understand it, you're not medicated, you have no discernible reason to feel like this, that adds to the anxiety. And I do feel, I do still feel medicated, so I don't know if this is just muscle relaxers or something along those lines, but I do still feel a little medicated. But if you're saying there was none, it could just be a feeling, right? Because obviously you guys probably had an autopsy and these kind of things. But just back to your mom really fast. She's also holding a baby in her arms, and so I don't know if you had a loss or if she had a loss, but you would understand this could be miscarriage, this could be something else that has to do with a lost baby, and I'm not sure if it's yours or hers, but she is showing me a baby in her arms. And then I am also seeing basketball, and I feel like I'm not sure what kind of condition your son was in, but I feel like I didn't get to play, or I wasn't very good at playing here in life, but I'm really good at it now. So let me know if that makes sense. If you're new here, thank you for being here. My name is Mariana. I am a psychic tarot reader, evidential medium, and animal communicator. I lost a twin. Wow. And my son loved to play in the driveway, but not for the high school. God damn, Jules, isn't this shit amazing? He's so with you. They all are. They're so all with you. This shit is amazing. So just know, right? And I think you do. And I know it's just incredibly hard for you right now. But just picture, right? Your mom with your twin, your son playing basketball, your dogs, and just. I think if you give it 3 to 5 years and you still want to go, nobody would blame you. But I think in 3 to 5 years, things are going to be dramatically different. And I know that sounds easy for me to say. But there you go, ma'am. All right. Lorena comes in. My goal is to see his friends graduate in 2025. That's amazing. God damn, girl. Ooh. All right, Lorena and Robert. I kind of get a yes, but I also get that he's geographically not close to you, Lorena, and so you end up having to do a lot of the work. And so you might want to consider that, because if he's not willing to put in equal energy, it's not going to work. I'm going to take just a moment. Whew. I had an oracle deck here I was going to pull from. What did I do with that thing? I don't know where it went. I'm so unorganized. Well, this one doesn't really. All right. You're welcome, Jules. Uh-oh. All right. Will Blue Eyes message you? I think so, Caitlin. I do think, though, that this person is kind of a... I'm not sure that you're gonna vibe with him, because he feels controlling and kind of very particular. Very particular. Kind of over the top, though. All right, if you're new here, please do follow. My name is Mariana. I am a... good Lord. I guess I won't use these cards. That's the third fallen card in like 30 seconds, so... All right, Tristan. Dog Nino is around you. So yes, so everyone, if your animal has passed away, they are very much still around you. Tristan plus Nino. So Nino says that you still have other animals and you're consistently running out of dog food, Tristan, and you forget to buy it. And it's kind of a chore that, you know what? I don't know. He might be talking to me, because I need to buy dog food. But would you understand still having other animals, and it's a challenge for you to kind of keep everybody in food? Does this make sense for you, Tristan? Will Murder Guppy die? Amy, what? Chewy auto ship. Yeah, that's a good idea. You do understand that. All right. All right. I'm still recovering, honestly. Jules and her son are that. I'm just fucking. God damn it. So Tristan, that's how much he's still around you, right? Talking to me like this, and giving me that little message for you. So he's kind of giving it to me as a reminder. And I think, to be honest, I think he's giving me that message too. Does that make sense? Because I also have to go get some. All right. Will Kay be happier if I move closer to him? I get two hard yeses. Is this a kid, Nakia, or is this a person? A guppy that has dropsy. His name is Murder Guppy. I will message you the story. That's hilarious. Yes, Jess, thank you. Lots of feelings this morning. We dove right in, didn't we? You guys, if you're in here, please do follow. If I've answered a question for you, please follow and like. We did go ahead and block someone already this morning. Tammy, is this constant anxiety mine? Had some very deep readings already this morning. I am a psychic tarot reader, an evidential medium, and an animal communicator. So Tammy, I get two no's that this constant anxiety isn't yours, but in very weird cards. So the Four of Pentacles is about holding your emotions too close or your money too close. You either need to hang on to your money because you're broke, or you need, or if you need it, you're hanging on to your emotions at work. you're in a job that you can't stand and you're doing it for the money and you're being underpaid and overworked. Do you understand that, Tammy? All right, Elle, you got to quit spamming for me. So you guys don't have to spam in this. Yeah, stop. I am broke and constantly in fear, need a job. You got it, girl. That's okay, Sammy. Thank you. We just gotta, we don't have to spam in this one. You know what I mean? So yes, the anxiety's yours, Tammy, but also I feel like these are two no's. So I feel like there's a little more to it, right? And so, and need a job, yeah. So you also, Tammy, the one under that is the High Priestess. And the one under that is the Five of Pentacles. So you really can ask for help, and you really do need to tap into your intuition as opposed to living in that sense of fear. You know what I mean? Okay. Okay, Elle, you've been muted for 5 minutes. You got it, Tam. All right, so let me go back to Sammy. Will Kesh and I reconcile? If you're new here, my name is Mariana. Please do follow. I will be on here for a little while longer. If anybody wants a paid reading, I am doing $40, Cash App or Venmo. And paid reading is going to be obviously a lot more in-depth. It's kind of like what I just gave Jules, because I felt really called to Jules, obviously, right? All right, well, Kesh and I reconcile. And Jules actually started with her dogs, interestingly enough. I get 2 yeses about reconciling, but I also get that one of you is a little more traditional than the other person, Sammy, and that sometimes that's going to be kind of, all right, Sammy, so you're a little bit on the wild side, and I feel like this other person is a little more on the traditional side, but it is kind of the end of a cycle as well with the Wheel of Fortune. I think that you might need someone a little more wild like you. So will you reconcile? I can't tell if this is a friendship or a love interest, because it feels very like up and down, like friends, love, friends, love, friends, love. So you could reconcile, but I think honestly, Sammy, you need to embrace your inner wildness and go find someone a little less traditional, because I don't think you're going to be happy like baking bread and, you know, having kids. Let me know if that makes sense. Yes, Tawny, I am. I am open today for readings. Tammy said, I knew yet had to ask, shaking my head. Absolutely. Thank you, Claire. Hello, Claire. That's all right, Maya. You did not get muted. I just, you guys just don't have to do that in this one. Usually I'll say, what? Can I say thank you, Ball and Cat 43? Thank you, Cat. No, thank you, Ball and Cat 43. I don't know what's happening right now. Okay. Jif. Jilf. She's Jilf. She's just a legal lemon female. Jilf. I wanted to say MILF, right? But I couldn't figure out something for J. Just illegal, languishing female. I don't know. All right. Is she going to find a better, higher paying job? Those are different things. So we're going to go with higher paying. Not at the moment. Not at the moment. I don't think you get the Four of Swords. It's still going to take some time. You're in your head also, Jill. And I kind of feel... Doesn't it look like he has a dick sticking out? It's actually supposed to be his little, like, it's his scarboard. But anyways, I feel like kids and money... I don't know if these are kids or if you're involved with a younger guy who keeps spending all your money. This could usually indicates like kids and you have kind of bigger fish to fry at the moment. But I also feel like you are not necessarily doing the work to get to the higher paying, better job. So, yes, Maya, just go ahead and put your question in. So I feel, does this make sense for you, Jill? Because I feel like you're actually like kind of waiting. Yes, it's a dead end. Okay. Yeah. So, hello, Claire. Maya, go ahead and put your question in. Alexa says, is Jamie my person? If you guys are new here, please do follow. Keep tip-tapping for the free likes. I am a psychic tarot reader, an evidential medium, and an animal communicator. All right. I was just looking. Hold on. Alexa, is Jamie my person? Alexia? Jamie my person. I feel like you've already put a lot of thought and process into this, Alexa, and that Lexi. I feel like that you're too much in your head about this person. Like, I do get that it could work out, but I kind of feel like you need to sift through your own energy, Lexi. You're incredibly hard on yourself. Thank you. You're incredibly hard on yourself, and you're incredibly like in your head about certain things. It almost feels like you feel like you need to be in a relationship when really you kind of need to work through some old past traumas, and give yourself a little bit of time, and kind of you're not understanding how to work through emotions, and really that's going to be different for everyone, but I feel overwhelmed kind of in your energy, Lexi, like you're not always sure how to respond to emotion. And so I think I would work through that a little bit before I would worry about this Jamie person. And I also think pulling back a little bit will, like, people want what they can't have, right? Excuse me. And so I think that might help, if that makes sense. Claire. My dad come through it all. Claire's dad. I've talked to your dad before, haven't I? Do you understand that, Claire? Have I talked to him before? Will Sloan do? I think so too. Yeah, hold on. He does have a fun little message. But let me say, will Sloan do great reading in school this year? If you're new here, thank you for being here. Please follow. Sloan is overwhelmed. Sloan has a lot of things coming at her at the moment. And so this is the hard part. I think that she will, I kind of get no's, and I get because it's just too much. So if you guys could shine your light, I feel like you need to really like minimize everything. Like I'm seeing a beanbag in like an empty room. It doesn't need to be that minimal, but I'm seeing like there's too much going on, and she's so easily like this that it's very difficult to come into the words. My eyes literally are having a hard time coming into the words. And so I think you have to minimize literally everything. And this is usually my narcissist card as well. So if there is someone around her that's consistently kind of undermining her or gaslighting her, you need to cut that shit in the ass, right? You need to kill that shit. I probably shouldn't say it that way on here. Just very minimal. And then I think you can change this energy by just like minimizing everything that she has access to. I'm seeing needs more sleep. I'm seeing needs more hot baths. I'm seeing needs more sleep. She needs more sleep. She needs more sleep. She needs more sleep. And not necessarily getting it. And I also do get, this is either TV or video games or a phone. Really, if you could take those electronics away and get her outside, grounded with animals, in nature, barefoot, that kind of thing, would really help her. Overstimulation, yes, absolutely. Perfect way to put it. Yes, thank you. You're welcome. All right, Claire's dad. So, Claire, I just feel this guy's funny. Like, I feel fun in his energy. I feel like he was a bit of a flirt, you know, a little bit of a winker. Always kind of had a ready with a smile, ready with a hard time, ready with a joke. I don't think he was a prankster as much, maybe a little bit of a prankster, but it was more like just kind of a, how you doing, you know, jokester, just kind of, he feels gentle, although I think when he was younger, there was definitely a temper in there. For sure a flirt. Oh, I love it. Charming as heck. Yeah. He was an actor and on the radio. Oh, I love that. I love that. Um, as he got older, I feel like he really gelled into his gentleness and he didn't make excuses for it anymore. But as a younger man, I definitely feel like I had a temper and I would have actually been in a few fist fights. He's kind of given me that vibe of a little bit of partying, running around, just being a regular kind of wild child, probably from about 17 to about, gosh, 27-ish, 28-ish. And then I feel like, I'm not sure when you came along. Lots of partying, yep, okay. Very cool. I love that. I feel like your mom's still here. He was like 31. All right, that makes a lot of sense. I feel like your mom is still here. Would you understand that? Because his message is actually kind of for your mom. But let me know that, yes, mom's here. Okay. Message is kind of actually for your mom. She's having a little bit of a hard time getting older, and he wants her to remember how just drop dead gorgeous she was. I feel like he did a double take the first time he met your mom, and that she might remember that. Like, you know that when people walk by and someone's like almost walking into a door because he turned around to look at her, and she was like she just exuded like all of this aura and all of this, freedom and independence. She was very sassy back in the day, and she's having a little bit of a hard time getting older. She's having a little bit of a hard time, looking in the mirror, frankly, for lack of a better term, and that he just wants her to remember she's still the same person she was when she was younger. And I feel like they either were separated, divorced, or like there was a open stretch of time there where they were not together. Does this make sense? They were so in love early on, yes, and she's a completely different person now than she was when she was young. Yeah, yep, divorced when I was 5. Yeah. He takes full responsibility for that, which, if he's a ladies' man, I'm probably sure he should. Excuse me, guys. I have these stupid allergies. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so that's his message for her, is to just, you're still in there, bring some of that forward, bring some of that back into your current life. And I feel like she's still an attractive woman, but she doesn't give herself a lot of credit for that. She's kind of hard on herself, which one of us women getting older isn't, right? Maybe that's another message for me. It's hard getting older. All right, let me go backwards a little bit here. There you go, ma'am. Sal said, I want to ask about my dad, but I highly doubt he will come through. Well, with that kind of attitude, Sal, you're probably right. Sometimes they don't. I had one gal on here one time that just swore up and down that who I was bringing through she didn't know, and so I just figured maybe it wasn't meant to be. Oh, he was shit? Ah, okay. That makes sense. It is so hard to age as a woman, Tan. Yeah. Let's see, Sal. Your dad, huh? All right, so I get that he did do some good things. He is kind of sticking up for himself, if you will, because you said, oh, he was shit. He brings through specifically, I want to say this is cars, working on cars. He would have either, you have siblings, I feel like, Saul, and I want to say 2, but I'm not 100% sure that those are from him, but I want to say 2, so they might be 2 that he had, and then there would have been you, kind of a situation. 2 brothers, beautiful, 2 brothers, because he is apologizing. First of all, Sal, you are a girl, correct? And this is going to matter in the message. Yes and no. Got it. Yeah, okay. Because he's got it. Because he's saying that he treated the boys better than he treated you. And he's actually coming in with a ton of regret. You guys are killing me today. He's coming in with a ton of regret. He's coming in with a ton of apologies. And he's saying that I should have never treated any of you differently than any of you. And that his love language was very, very confusing. And that he didn't know how to express that your differences made him confused and unsure. You guys are killing me today. Yes, 100% proud of you. Yeah. First of all, he apologizes. And he wants you to understand that. He wants you to understand how much he apologizes, and that he gets to see so much more now from the other side than, of course, he ever saw here in life, right? As a human, he also said that there were some things with you as a child that may have added to your own confusion or identity fluidness, and that he also feels responsible for that, because I feel like he wasn't always there. Oh, yes, I'm so sorry. Did he meet his grandsons before they came to me? I'm not getting a hard yes, but what I do see, I see a circle. I feel like your grandsons, did he meet his not your grandsons, his grandsons. I feel like they're recycled uncles. Are these, I feel like sometimes people in your family get together and look at these grandsons and they're like, God, that's just like so-and-so, or that's just like so-and-so. I feel like they've already recycled back into the circle. Yeah, very proud of you. I'm very sorry that he was a dickhead. Very sorry that he didn't know emotionally how to express himself. Very sorry that your differences, he judged them because they made him feel, he was afraid of other people's judgment toward him as a person and a father, like he had done something wrong, and unfortunately he took that out on you. You have a 1-year-old and a current pregnancy. Got it. I feel like they're going to be, I feel like they're recycled to you. I feel like they're recycled to you, if that makes any sense. Like they were like, oh, let's jump back in. Let's go be with Sal. I was just going to do something. I know, I forgot what it was. Yeah. Whew. Well, there you go. We're hitting some, yeah, I'm not making a dime, but I don't mean that towards you, Sal, by the way. I hope that, I'm not trying to say that. I get on to do paid readings, and then I just, yes, you are welcome. Yeah. Right, Miss Lynn? That was heavy. Seems to be a dad day. Yeah. Jen, you want me to tap into your dad and get a message for your mom? Jen's dad, message for mom. Healing tears, Sal, yeah. Yeah, good morning, Rebecca. Hello, everyone. Christopher Gay's wife. Do you see anything for me? I've been waiting to connect. Absolutely, Sal, absolutely. He's also around you quite a bit. And so when they come in like this, with kind of a notepad and a pen, when they show me that, they're like learning through you. I would say, just from an energetic standpoint, Sal, there's some medications or some things that you've been considering doing, changing. You're incredibly sensitive, and I would stay away from any injections, any injected. I keep seeing medications, and I'm not sure exactly what this is, but that I don't think you're diabetic, but I'm seeing needles. And so I would stay away from that just because of how sensitive you are in your body. There are going to be things that you're going to, you could F some shit up for good. And antidepressants and no epidural. Got it. Yeah. If at all possible, and I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychologist, I'm just some chick on TikTok. If you can get off of the antidepressants, I kind of think that's what your energy is calling for. I see instead, you like to keep your hands busy, you like to stay busy. So I see doing things with your hands and kind of replacing the antidepressants with something. Yeah. Hey Jess, yeah, let me keep thank you, Maya. Yeah, Michelle. So so they're the emotions of the people, and so I can kind of let those go back to the people when I'm done. It does take a minute to kind of emotionally recover, which is something I do teach in my classes, is about how do you do that? What does it look like? But when I, excuse me, when I get off of here, like I'll let those go back to the people, and I won't hang on to their emotion. And so it's their emotion coming through. Sometimes it can be part of the sitter's emotion. Sometimes it's definitely the spirit's emotion. And then as it comes through, I can let it go back to those people after I'm done. And sometimes it does take, Jules was very, very, very heavy. And I just, as a mom and a human, I feel so much empathy for her that one is a little harder to let go back, if that makes sense. All right, Jen's dad. All right, Jen, so I get someone who's a lot different than Claire's dad. I get someone who knows numbers. I get someone who is maybe in a blue collar job. Maybe this is white collar. Kind of like I see both a blue shirt and a white shirt. And so I think like I work on cars, but I work in an office. So I'm kind of good at both. Does this make sense for your dad, Jen? Oh, Sal, I think that's amazing. Thank you for letting me know. I totally screenshotted that. Yeah, Elena will come around to you if you wanna hold on. Do you understand that, Jen, about your dad? I just want to make sure that I'm with the right person. He was an electrical engineer. Fuck yeah. I love that. So I'm not getting a huge sense of humor. I'm kidding. I'm getting someone that was a little serious. I'm getting someone, like, he smiled and he laughed and everything, but like he's not kind of the jokester that Claire's dad was, right? I get that he was fairly hard on you as well, Jen, and but in a good way. And so this kind of that you're very smart, and that part of the reason you're very smart and part of the reason that you can like kind of put two and two together in a lot of cases where other people don't is because of the way your dad kind of came at you as a younger person. Does this make sense? Oh, I love that, Sal. Oh. So let's just let Jen answer, Maya, for right now. I love that, Sal. Thank you for validating. Kind of ignored you. Okay. Because he's actually kind of taking credit. That's so funny. He's kind of taking credit about the way that like he came at you and raised you, that you're very savvy, you're very smart, and he was taking a little bit of credit for that. But if he kind of ignored you, then good luck, Dad. Okay, let me just keep going. Okay, so he feels, and I'm not 100% sure if you would even know this, Jen, but he kind of feels like Sheldon off The Big Bang. So I feel like he didn't necessarily understand emotions. Would you understand that? Thank you, Rebecca. Do you understand that, Jen? He worked at a Fermilab. I don't know what that means. You do understand it. Okay. Because he feels, I guess what I would assume Sheldon from The Big Bang kind of feels like, you know, just like particular OCD, non-emotional. So, message for your mom. Message for your mom. He says that your mom was the only one who really kind of got to see who he was, and even she didn't necessarily understand who he was, and that she learned things after he passed about him that kind of helped her understand him a little better. I do feel like they were married the whole time. Does this make sense, Jen? I do feel like they were still married when he passed. If you're new here, my name is Mariana. 40 years. All right. Absolutely. So she learned, I don't know if this is, I don't feel like he journaled per se, but I think he like kept certain things, and as she's going through his things, if you will, like he would have kept something from when you were a kid, and she thought like it didn't even register in his brain. And she's going through his stuff, and she's like, oh my God, he kept this, right? And so that would have, what is that called? Kind of hit her heart in a certain way, because she thought that he didn't really notice certain things, and he actually did. Again, I just didn't know how to express them. And so when she was going through his things, it was very, it was almost healing and comforting to know that he did have emotion. Does that make sense? A letter he wrote to me as a baby. Wow. Wow. That's his message to her, is that he sees her, he understands her, he loved her, he loved everybody in his way, and that he just kind of understands now also how some people don't necessarily get to feel the same emotions as other people do. They were in there, he just didn't know how to express them. Wow. I might have to download this one and upload it to YouTube. I wish the dang comments showed. Maybe I'll start screen recording these. There you go, ma'am. He would have been 75 today, and mom will be 74 tomorrow. Aw, I love that. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Delaney, for all the likes. Listen, if you guys aren't keeping up with Delaney's little tip tapping fingers, you're not doing your job. Thank you, Tam. Thank you. All right, let me go backwards a little bit. Okay. All right, we're gonna get to Jess. Thank you for the roses. Thank you for the roses. I'd like to know if I'm actually some type of clairvoyant. People keep calling me a light bringer. So Jess, probably your personality and your aura and your chakras are just so kind of fun and amazing when you walk into a room or when you come into a live, that people notice you and they're like, ooh, I want to be around that energy. We are all clairvoyant. We are all able to do this. You are able to be a psychic, you are able to be an evidential medium, you are able to be an animal communicator, you are able to be a nonverbal communicator. So do you guys remember when I talked to Carrie's daughter? That is nonverbal communication from person to a nonverbal person. So at the lowest level, at its most basic, this is telepathy. When you're talking to a nonverbal person. When you're talking to spirit, it's facilitating a conversation, but kind of still in the same realm. So we are all clairvoyant. Now, are you more clairvoyant than others? Are you just oozing clairvoyance? Let me ask. I need to go make another cup of coffee also, so I might do that in just a moment and just come back. All right. Well, there was some frickin' jumpers. Let's see what we have here. How interesting. You got the Fool, which jumped out, which is a yes, but then you get Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups, and King of Swords. I don't know if you are completely surrounded by testosterone or if you are wasting energy on men. I don't know how to take that exactly. But with the Fool, you are oozing clairvoyance, right? But more or less, it's also, you're just optimistic and you're just fun to be around, and your energy is just enjoyable, and you're just you're just a neat person, right? Kind of rose-colored glasses, kind of like I'll try again, like you weeble and you wobble, but you don't fall down, kind of a vibe. I would say, with that many men cards coming up, you either need to be more masculine and put better boundaries around your life, or you need to quit messing around with F-boys, right? You're kind of wasting time and energy on things that aren't going to matter in your grander scheme of life. Yeah, I think I'm holding myself back, or someone is. Well, no one else can hold you back, so don't bother saying. Now, the energy of so many people being around you. Well, we met. Well, when we met, no. Okay, so you do understand that. Let me see if you, one of your comments must have not come through. If you're not tapping, you're slacking. Oh, that's right, Elena. Yes, we're going to get back to you. We met in the bookstore. Oh, shit. Yes. Oh, Jess. Yes. How fun. Yeah. That's right. Yes. And we started talking. Like, our energy, was like, hey, let's check this out. You are a lot of fun. That's right. I love that I knew that without knowing who you were. I love that. So, yeah, IT. Okay, so this is a good segue. The new Energy Reader course will be starting in September for anyone who is interested. And it will be a Thursday night instruction night and a Sunday afternoon circle. And I do have the dates. If you're not on my email list, get on my email list at my website, link in bio. Absolutely, Tam. It is 625 or 675. I think it's 625, but that's 9 weeks. And we meet twice a week, and I am in person on Zoom. This is not videos. You're not going to be watching a bunch of videos. Thank you, Delaney. Delaney was one of my students in my last energy course, and now she's in the animal reading course, which is also a ton of fun. And so I do have the dates available, and for anyone who cannot make the circle dates, this is not the time to sign up, because the circle is where the magic is. Circle is where you read other people and other people read you. You will be reading when you leave the course, period, right? Now, will you be fully developed and hang up a shingle? In my opinion, no. This is a foundational to intermediate course. And if you're already a medium, but you want to know how to be a better psychic and an animal communicator, this is still a valid course. If you're already an animal communicator and you want to know how to be a medium and a psychic better, still a valid course. I will be doing animal communication course again in February. So all the way around to February. Jess, you just let me know, and it's $40, and I will concentrate on you. So, on that note, I'm going to go make a cup of coffee. It's Venmo or Cash App, Jess. And so, let me put that in here. Let me see, how do I comment? Make a comment. So, don't pay me till I get back so I can see it, if that makes sense. Because I'm going to go make a real quick cup of coffee. What's happening? Hold on. I can't type on this thing very well when it's up here. You can see it's moving. For the love of God. There we go. There's my Venmo. And then Cash App. And I do think the rest of the readings for today will be paid. And I do enjoy doing them for free. Thank you, Tam. I do enjoy doing them for free. Hell yeah, Sheila. Hell yeah. I do in person, Jess. Yeah. Yeah, I do. So let me go make a cup of coffee. I will come back. It will take a few minutes. So if you see an empty screen, oh Elena, I'll come back to you. Oh, what was I trying to say? I'm gonna go get. If you guys will let people new that come in, if anyone new comes in, just let them know I went to go get a cup of coffee. All readings are $40, Michelle. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Yes, I'll be right back. I'll be down here in a little bit. All right, let's see if I can do this without making a mess. There we go. Remove these cards. All right. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out. Okay. All right. Now, if you would like a paid reading, go ahead and put it in. Elena, go ahead and put your question back in there. And I'll do the freebie. And then everything after Elena is going to be paid. Really love this deck, but it's called the Citadel. But it didn't want to be used today. It just kept falling out of my hands, and I was like, okay, well, when will my finances get better? Okay. Aw. So, number one, you do get an Ace of Cups. So this is very much like coming forward. This is very much like in the works. The Ace of Cups is also kind of calling you to understand that money is not necessarily the only thing that you want to be better at, right? You want to be better at your emotions, Elena. You're saying your anxiety is very bad, so this very much makes sense for you. I was watching something the other day about how, you know, when we pay money for something, we do so grudgingly, right? Because we're like, oh God, $300 for electricity. But the electricity was what kept you getting to your job. The electricity was what kept you obviously like functioning, right? And so we kind of need to give money happily as opposed to negatively. So that might be a little something you change in your energy. I'm trying it as well because I am the same way. I'm like, Jesus Christ, another whatever for whatever. And now I'm like, it's energy for energy. And I've been doing this for about the last 3 months, give or take, kind of trying to change my relationship with money. You know what I mean? And so this is a really good sign. I think that it will change for you soon. And then I get 13, the death and rebirth card. This is death. I kind of feel like this calls for you, Elena, to really get involved in redoing everything you think about money and everything you think about your anxiety, and really kind of calling yourself to task to rebirth yourself almost, okay? To almost just take it like everything that you're doing now, completely plot twist that shit. Does that make sense? Oh, good. Michelle did? All right, let me go check real fast. Reading Elena, you know what I mean? But literally, I just kind of explained a little bit how. Am I back? Am I back? Somebody give me a thumbs up if I'm back, because I had to go check Venmo. Perfect. So that's kind of a longer reading, right? And so I did kind of explain that a little bit. Like, thanks, guys. Plot twist it. Whatever you're doing now that's causing you so much anxiety, literally switch that shit around. Do a 380, 360, whatever the math vibe is for completely changing everything around. You just really have to start looking at everything differently as it pertains to the energy of money and finances. I also think that you need to really sit down and kind of write down what you do have that's working. You're welcome. All right, Michelle, what would you like? Animal communication, mediumship, or psychic tarot? All right, you guys keep those fingers tapping. Thank you for being here. Jess did. Okay, yes, Michelle. Let me go back and find it. Okay, so we're going to do Michelle and then Jess. Let me go back and read the question there. I got you, Jess. I got you. All right, all right. Okay, so we should be back. I should be back. I read your question, Michelle, and we are going to look into that for you. I'm just writing it down so I don't forget. I'm back. Thank you. All right. Okay. So, Michelle, we're kind of starting off with a doozy, and I need to know, I'm not sure if this is a past relationship or the relationship that you're asking about, okay? Because they do start off with the Page of Swords, which is usually someone who is actually a little less mature than the person they're in a relationship with, and they do kind of enjoy getting into someone else's head. So let me know, Michelle, if that makes sense for him. And I also do get some dishonesty. So I don't know if this is a past relationship or the current relationship with this person that you asked about. And the shadow card is my cheating card. So I just need to know if this is like something from the past and the energy is still kind of with you, or if this describes the person that you're asking about. Is a current relationship and he's younger. I love it. Okay, beautiful. Do you understand the dishonesty and possible cheating? Because it can go a couple of different ways. If this is old energy, then we need to get it kind of out of view, right? I need to plug in my phone. Okay, so I got that it's a current relationship and he's younger. I see that. Oh, for crying out loud. Here we go. Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay, I don't know if your comments are being filtered or what's happening, because I still see the same amount of info. There we go. You know what, Pam? Yes, all the readings are 40 for now. Okay, Michelle, so do you understand the dishonesty card and the cheating card? Is that old energy from a past relationship, or is that part of this current relationship that you're asking about? You can just put a Y or a no. So a Y would be yes, it's the current relationship. A no would mean that it's an old relationship. Might be old. All right, cool. So what I'm going to ask, I'm going to get a really good vibe on kind of where he is in this thought process. And then I'm going to ask about you and kind of getting some of that. Okay. All right. So I actually see that this is going a little better than maybe you're giving it credit for, because I do get the Nine of Pentacles, and I feel like you are a person who makes people feel comfortable. So the Nine of Pentacles is very much about being a homebody, kind of creating a space where other people come into it and they feel very comfortable, right? However, having said that, this is also your space, and I wouldn't give this space up for just anyone, correct? I then do get the Victory card for you guys, the Six of Wands. This is about, okay, wonderful. She said that's very much me. I do get the Victory card for this relationship and for this idea, which is kind of leading me to believe that we need to work on you a little bit, and I say that with kindness. And then I get the Knight of Swords again. This is going to be a younger guy, but he's kind of a knight in shining armor. He is that helpful kind of person that's coming in like, no, let me do it. Let me take care of it. Does that make sense for him? I feel like you're not used to that. Just put a yes. Wonderful. Okay. All right. So what I also want to ask then is how we can kind of work on you, right? So I want to get a vibe for whether or not you're actually kind of as emotionally into this relationship as you think you are, which is a different way of getting the same info. Okay, so I very much get you. So when I deal with a lot of anxiety, I think I get too much in my head. Three of Swords, girl. But the Three of Swords is also stuck between two men figures. So these are going to be dad figures. These are also going to be past relationship figures. It's the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. You have not had it very easily when it comes to masculinity in your life. Do you understand that? Like, you've been let down. Put a Y for yes. I'll be fine. Yes, okay. So here's what I want us to work on. I want us to work on you getting out of your own way. Okay? And I say that with kindness because these motherfuckers are the ones that got you there, right? We get ourselves there as well. But what happens is we need to take these motherfuckers and throw them out. We need to take them out of our energy, and then we're going to work on this Three of Swords. It's also followed by the Three of Cups. Oh, can you hear me okay now? Hey, Tara. Can you hear me a little better now, Michelle? Okay, so it might be Michelle's internet connection. All right, did you understand what I said about getting these sons of guns out of your energy? We're gonna need to take these guys out of your energy because you get 2 3s. So you're afraid, basically, of being cheated on. But then I also feel like you're willing. Okay, but you're also, I feel like you're willing, Michelle, to be a little sexually adventurous. And I think this is a fun thing for you as long as you feel that level of trust. And so for you, relationships are more about trust than they are about like chemistry. I mean, there's chemistry there too. Okay. So here's what I want, because under the Three of Cups is the High Priestess. So what we need to kind of do is come back around to where you're listening to yourself and you're following your own gut. And then followed by the Nine of Cups, which is just being continually hurt, trying to kind of bounce back. You're tired of being resilient. I actually get that this is and I'm going to ask again just to make sure, because I kind of feel like this is a decent relationship and that it might be the one that kind of, I don't want to say fixes because you're not a toy, right? But I feel like it kind of fills some spaces in your energy that you need filled. And that didn't come out well either. I'm not talking about those spaces. All right. Although you did say he was younger. All right. I'm asking, is this a good, healthy relationship? I feel like my hair's all like looking wet, and you know those people that like leave their hair wet forever. Is this a good, healthy relationship? All right. So I do get that you're at a stalemate. You're kind of at a place. It's very new, but it feels so different, like real. Yes. So I get the stalemate. I get the Two of Swords. I get that you're like sitting here thinking that everything is a decision. Everything is like drama. So we need for you to quit thinking that everything is the end of the world. I need for you to quit coming into things like this is it. This is no. I need you to relax somehow, because I got the World. I think this is a good, decent relationship, and I think that you can do this. I think you've got this, okay? You just kind of have to get out of your own head. You have to get those sons of bitches out of your energy that have fucked you over before, including, I feel like this is like a family kind of cycle. Like, I feel like your dad was not the best example. Okay, good. I do get the Five of Wands. Very often, this is you. So here we have, look, check it out, Michelle. We have a good relationship and a hard yes, okay? And then we have you thinking everything is a big deal. And then we have you in your head. So here's what we need to do. We need to take the relationship and we need to get you to get out of your own head. It's even followed by the Eight of Swords. You've got to lighten up on yourself. For the love of God, life is meant to be enjoyed. And it is your dad. Okay. Followed by the Eight of Swords. So take the blindfold off. Walk away. Walk away from all these swords. Walk away from all this. I feel like your mom put up with it, though. And so this was not a great example also. She didn't put, I do feel like there was either a divorce or a split later on, but she put up with it long enough that it got in your head, this is the way life is. This is the card we want to focus on. This is the card where this relationship, I said, is this going to be a good, healthy, decent relationship? And I get a hard yes. Okay? So, the World is definitely a hard yes. Whew, excuse me. Oh, good. Not good that I'm making you cry, but good that it's so true. And this is kind of, Well, kind of good that it's making you cry, because get that shit out, right? Get that shit out of your energy, get it out of your life, get it out of your area, get it out of your home. Take a deep breath. Every morning, I think one of the things that I would suggest for you, I don't know if this is your spirit team coming in or who's suggesting this, but you're not a great writer, right? And so in order to kind of support yourself, I want you to start practicing on your ability to write and put things down and pay attention to things that are happening, because you had the High Priestess card. And when you get the High Priestess card, it's really asking you to pay attention to the hits. It's asking you to pay attention to your own intuition. So for example, if you said, I don't know, I think that hag at work is going to be late again tomorrow, and she is late again tomorrow, you put that down. Does that make sense? Thank you, Tara. I've wanted to, but I never write like I should. Yeah. So this is where you get like a little, where's my, there's these cute little, well, of course I can't find it, but there's these cute little, listen, you can get something that even looks like this, right? It's just a little planner, and you open it up and it's really super simple. Just get something like this where you can put something down every day. Today was a great day, and I started to think of my dad, and I said, fuck that, and I made him leave my energy, okay? Today started going bad because you also feel a little bit addicted to sadness, Michelle. And so you might start writing, today was a great day, I started to feel sad and pushed it away, right? Unless there's a viable reason to be sad. Okay, all right. Yeah, Delaney, that's true. The flow of tears is such a powerful way of releasing energy. And yes, you are a little bit. Okay, Michelle, we're going to get you there. We're going to start working on you, because I want you to do well in this relationship, right? You cry all the time. Okay. So that's the High Priestess card. You're incredibly sensitive, and not all of these are your feelings, Michelle. So when you're keeping track of your emotions, so get a little book. This is my, that's not a, you know what I'm saying? You can go to Walmart, they're like 50 cents. Get a little empty book. When you start to feel like you're gonna cry, sit down with your little book, go to the bathroom, do whatever you gotta do, and be like, is this my emotion, or did I just walk by emotion? So what happens is, when we're incredibly sensitive, is that we can literally walk into emotion that isn't even ours. And then it starts to trigger our own emotion, and pretty soon we're a hot fucking mess for the rest of the day. Okay? So start paying attention to what's actually your emotion and what is something you may have just walked into that is someone else's emotion. This also has to do with the energetic ties that you have to other people. And I feel like your mom is somewhat overly dramatic. Would you understand this? Yes. Okay. She's never really figured out how to deal with her emotion either, which is not set up a great example for you. And so sometimes I feel like her energetic ties to you, yes. I feel like her energetic ties to you, you feel what she's feeling, because her emotions are all over the place. She doesn't have great emotional discipline, you know what I mean? And she doesn't have great energy discipline. So what you have to work on is your energy discipline. You have to be the one to step back and go, this isn't even mine. The fuck is this shit? Whose is this? Right? And you have to start paying attention to what is actually yours and what isn't actually yours. All right? I'll let you have one more close down question. So if there's something that all of this is kind of triggered, let me know. Tara seems to be the only one liking the live. Do not let Tara sit out there all by herself liking the live. I'm going to need some more free likes, people. It's just tip, tip, tappity tip. Yes, Diva. Thank you. Diva40 on Venmo. And I'll go check that in a minute. So do you think I should invite Dee to a birthday I have tomorrow? All right, let's ask. I'm just blowing gently on the cards to get all that old energy out of there. My cards like it. They're like, blow, baby, blow. Hold on. All right, should we invite Dee to a birthday she has tomorrow? Hard yes. Hard yes. Here you are again with all the decisions. This came up again. I love this. Yeah, your cards like to be blown too, Delaney. We got to keep up with our practice, right? Hard yes. Or I'm sorry. This is on the bottom of the deck is you and all the decisions and you're overthinking things and you're putting too much credence into it, right? So I get the Knight of Swords, which is what he came up as, right? Then I get the Sun, which is the biggest yes in my deck. Yes, okay, overthinking. I like that for this card. I'm gonna add that to this card's definition. So we get him again, younger, coming to the rescue. He feels a little insecure. So you do have to be careful of your words towards him, Michelle. You have to be careful to not compare him because he does feel a little sensitive, but this is a very hard yes. And then it's followed by Temperance. You're going to get to that balance that you need to get to where you're not overthinking everything under the sun. You'll get there, okay? There you go, man. All right. We're going to move to Jess. And then we'll move to Diva Jess. Oh, wait. Are Jess and Diva Girl the same one? Oh, you're welcome, Michelle. She said, thank you for saying I can do this. I really needed to hear this. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You're not the same. Okay. So, regular Jess, if you want to pop in your question or let me know. Yes, Delaney. Hell yeah. She's like, there's only a few of us, but let's... yeah, the numbers did go down considerably. Whenever I start charging, the numbers go down considerably, you know. Hello, Pam. All right, is Jess still here? The first Jess? If she had to run out, we might go to Diva and then let me go. I'm going to go check Venmo for Diva Jess. Oh, there you are. Okay, hold one, Jess. Let me go. Let me know when I'm back. And we're back. Thank you. All right. All right. So let's get, okay, cool, Jess. So let me get in there first. Now, have I read for you before with your brother? I kind of knew it. Love it when they come in because he came in high-fiving. Okay. So, I'll have to recreate it because I don't remember. But he feels familiar, right? So, all right, let me. All right, Jess, I'm feeling a little, and hopefully this is for you. If it's not for you, we will put him to the side and move on because I'm feeling a little gangish. Like I have a gang of guys. Like I have maybe I even have a motorcycle and maybe I even like, does that make any sense at all, Jess? Because I feel like there's a gang of guys. I feel like I might have a motorcycle. Like, I don't think it's a gang. Like, gang. Sorry, I went to that AI NPC shit. But I feel like I have a lot of friends. And, like, it might just be a group of people that I interact with. And I do think that I'm on two wheels. Does this make sense? He always had a crew. Yes, I love that. Do the two wheels make sense? Because he's showing me a bit of adrenaline. I don't think he was crazy about it, right? Like I'll do certain things. I might paraglide, parasail. I'll do kind of I'll do some things that are a little bit like but he's not like jumping out of planes without a parachute. An actual bike, not a motorcycle. Okay, awesome. I love that. All right. So, my pen just ran out of ink. Oh, there we go. Of course it did. I like this pen. Let me get a different pen. God's sakes. This is how my fucking life goes, right here. There we go. Different pen. And I found $50. Hell yeah. That was the purse I used at the last event. Okay. All right, so we know we have a brother, we know we have a guy, we know he always ran around with a crew, and we know he rode an actual bicycle. I do feel like he passed, I feel like this is both sudden, but also somehow expected. Would you understand an illness, but it went much faster than it was supposed to have? Does this make sense? Yeah, right? Thank you, Tawny, for all the likes. I appreciate that. Did that make sense for you, Jess? Impulsive. Yeah, that's exact. Okay, I love that definition. Yeah. So the way he, not exactly, but the expected and not expected is spot on. Okay. All right. So expected, but not expected. Interesting. Not sure where to go with that, so I might walk away from that. I do feel like your mom is still here. I do feel like you have siblings. I want to say you have two. Well, I want to say, so there's you, and then there's two more, and then I want to say maybe that there was a loss, or that not your brother lost, but then like this is in addition to your brother. So it might be that your mom had a miscarriage or something like that, or it might be this is a step sibling. Does this make sense? And then we'll get to your question and we'll get to your message. I guess that was kind of a lot to validate. Can you validate the siblings? Because I get 3 altogether as siblings, but then I get this one as like not there. Only one brother, but I've had another medium say my mom miscarried. Yeah, I think so. And I don't think that, but your mother is still here, yes? I feel like your mom is still alive. Would you know that? Well, of course you would know that. It's your mother. The dull moments that we have. Okay, all right, okay. And I don't think that's necessarily something that she would enjoy talking about. So I'm not suggesting asking her because I feel kind of private in her energy. I almost feel a little introverted and kind of, I don't want to say, I feel private. I feel introverted. I feel like I don't necessarily talk about things that are nobody else's business. Does this make sense? In your mom's energy. 100%. Okay, very nice. So she's still having a hard time, and I think obviously I'm not telling you anything. I think that she is getting older. I feel 70s ish because I'm coming and going a little bit. Maybe I'm about 70. Is she in her 70s? Let's go there. Is your mom in her 70s? No. Do you understand her being older? Oh, obviously. God damn, my dumb moments in mediumship. Because I feel like I'm going in a little bit in and out. And so this feels like I'm older. This feels like, I don't want to say dementia, but I feel like I'm coming in and out. Like I'm not always, she's younger, but she has said lately she can't remember anything. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's kind of how it feels. And so I almost feel like sometimes I don't remember that your brother is gone. And then when I do remember that your brother is gone, her responses are lagging. Jess's, yeah. So when I do remember that my son is gone, like I kind of have to go through it again, and it's hard on me. Does that make sense? So that's neither here nor there, but I think the message is a little bit to your mom from your brother. He's suggesting supplements. He's suggesting that there's a medication that she's taking, and I don't know if this is an inner ear issue, but I feel like she's taking some sort of a medication that are adding to the mental confusion. I don't know if you would know that. Because the message is kind of for her, and then we'll ask your question of your brother. You'd have to ask. Please do. She feels confused, right? And I keep going like this, and I'm not sure if it's an inner ear thing or if she's taking something for headaches. But I feel like it's not helping. Yeah. Follow up on email with me if you don't mind. Let me know if that was accurate. But go ahead and give me your question that you would like me to ask your brother. And then we'll get to Diva Jess. May have to go run and use the restroom before we get to Diva. And you can put it in one word at a time. Sometimes Jess, sometimes it doesn't. Like because your messages aren't coming through. Okay, so all I see is for his kids. So give me the first part of that question. It's probably you want a message for his kids. So I see for his kids. So go ahead and give me the first part of that question. Oh, TikTok. I don't know why they don't go through either. Just go ahead and give me the words. So it says for his kids. What are you asking for his kids? Just give me the first part of the question. Something for his kids. Do it one word at a time if you have to. Put weird punctuation in there. And then Diva, before we get to you, I'm going to have to go to the restroom. Yeah. Thank you so much, Rebecca. We'll just wait patiently for Jess. For TikTok, really. I'm sure Jess is doing what she needs to do. All right, while we're doing that, while we're waiting for Jess, my name is Mariana, for anyone who does not know, and I am a psychic tarot reader, evidential medium, and animal communicator. I have a class coming up in September of energy reading. It is the 4 modalities. It is a foundational class, but it also is for intermediates. Put an emoji at the end of your comments, maybe, Jess. Anyways, it starts in September. It's the energy reader course. We start with psychic, then we go into evidential mediumship, then we go into animal communication, and then we go into nonverbal communication. So it's about 2.5 weeks of one, 2.5 weeks of another, and then 2.5 weeks of a third, and then it's 1 week of the nonverbal. So you get less nonverbal than the other 3, and it's 9 to 10 weeks. It's about a 9-week course. It's $625. My link is in my bio, which I need to go check my links because I think someone said the other day something didn't work, so I need to go check those also. All right, so Jess, I'm not sure, none of your comments are coming through right now, so I think it's a message for his kids. But unfortunately, because we have multiple kids, like it would be very difficult to get one message other than I love you or something like that, or oh, okay, Jess, I see you again. It just says, oh my God, laugh out loud. What happened? What's going down? I've tried so many times to send it. Isn't that just, it's so weird. I think spirit messes with us. I think your brother's probably a prankster. I think your brother's like, ha ha, ha ha. He's a handsome fuck too. Do 2 words at a time or something. So I did get the part that says for his kids. So what do you want for his kids? And since there are multiple kids, it's plural. Okay, how? Let me write this down. How? Okay, we have the first word, how. We're really, now it's charades for the living people. How he feels. The recent. How he feels the recent decision made. All right. For his kids. For his kids. Okay. For his kids. All right. I'm going to pull. I'm just trying to. I mean, he's still here. I don't. All right. So kind of what I'm getting is just a ton of work. So whatever decision was made for his children was made because there was too much on like one person. I kind of think it was the mom. I don't know exactly what's happening here. I think it was the right decision because the Empress is a yes. And then I do get the Knight of Pentacles. So I almost feel like the decision that was made for his kids. I think it was made out of love. I think it was a good decision. I get 2 yeses. I get a lot of work. And then I get the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like he didn't necessarily, he either did leave good money for his kids or he didn't leave enough money for his kids. Because the Knight of Pentacles is about money. And I feel like he did set up certain things before he passed. Does that make sense? Yeah, right, Rebecca? Yay, we got it. I feel like he did set certain things up money-wise for his kids before he passed. Does this make sense? Not the money, but the rest. Okay. So I get 2 yeses, as in the decision is good. I get a huge sigh of relief. I also get regret. You'll have to let us know how he passed. I get regret. I get one of them is still sort of young. Yes, is there 3 altogether? 3 kids altogether? Because I get like one is still sort of young-ish. I'm getting like pre-13, so maybe 10, 9 to 11. Does that make sense? Because I feel like that kid is really going through the ringer. And actually is really quite sensitive and has dreams and dream visitations. There's 5 of them. Okay. One of them is like really going through the ringer and doesn't understand how sensitive and just a natural medium he is. I do feel like it's a little boy. I feel like he's about 9 to 10, 9 to 11, something along those lines. Does this make sense for one of your nephews? Because that's the one that I think that he would like you to help talk to. I think that he would really like you to talk to him and say, like, none of this should be scary. None of this is, you're doing well. You're doing great. Does this make sense? Oh, the 10 of Wands makes a lot more sense with 5 children. Hot damn. Okay, it went from 5 of them to is having a hard time. So it's missing the message between 5 of them and is having a hard time. Oh, Candy, we're done with the free reads for the day. Thank you for being here, though. He's 12. Got it. He's 12 years old. I got it. He's having a hard time. If you could possibly, Jess, maybe take him out for a conversation, take him out, give him some one-on-one time, and let him know that these things that he's feeling, seeing, and hearing, especially in his dreams, they're scaring the shit out of him right now. these are normal things, and that it's just that he's very close kind of to the other side. He's very sensitive. He's very naturally do what I do, you know. And so if it's possible, you could give him some one-on-one time. I think that that's your message as well. Thank you so much, Diva. Yeah. Oh, Diva, damn it, you're my mod. I shouldn't have let you pay. I'll return your money. You are welcome, Jess. You are welcome. You are welcome. All right, Diva, what are we doing for you? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so give me a direction, Jess. Diva. I like calling you Diva. Do you want to talk to an animal? Do you want to talk to someone on the other side? Do you want to ask questions about your life, love? God dang it. That was just bad. Oh, you know what I was going to do? I was going to go to the restroom really fast. So I will be right back. I'm surrounded by my crap. All right. Okay. Absolutely. Okay. All right. Yeah, absolutely. Whew. Okay. All right. So first I'm going to go ahead and ask them what your strengths are. We're going to see if we can't get you back up a little bit higher. A lot of people like to talk about vibration. They like to talk about ascension and all these fancy words, when it's really, we just need to put ourselves into a better mood. Go dance to Bruno Mars, go pick flowers, go get a little grounding. Hello, Jennifer. So one of the things, Diva, that I kind of immediately feel is that you do need to get outside and get more grounding. I feel like you've been preoccupied with kind of just life, right? And it's just very busy. I kind of feel exhausted, which you said. You said your energy's been low. So one of your strengths is that you love all of this. Every one of these rabbit holes is something that you're like, hello. But what happens when we love all of it is that we go down too many rabbit holes, and then it's overwhelming, right? And so if we're going down all these rabbit holes and we start getting overwhelmed, it starts taking the fun out of it for us. And pretty soon we're like, I don't know which way to go. I don't know what to do. I'm overwhelmed. And then we pull back, which is kind of what you've explained. I also do think that you have a normal 9 to 5, like a job, whether it's 9 to 5 or not, it's not the point. But I do feel like you have to work for a living, right, to get the bills paid. And I also think this is kind of where your energy is right now. I think this is where, okay, yes. I think this is kind of where your energy does need to be, though, as well, because I feel like, well, I kind of feel, I don't want to say you've been messing up, but I feel like there's somebody at work that is a little passive aggressive towards you. Does this make sense for you? And so you're kind of feeling that out. Like, is this person doing this on purpose, or is this person undermining me on purpose? Or is this, like, what is happening here? And I feel like you're a little bit tilted at work. Does this make sense for you? And I feel like it's kind of a guy or just a very assertive woman. Yes and no. Okay. I think kind of that you need to go ahead and definitely take off your blinders. And I think this is going to be the part of the message from the spirit guides, because you're exhausted. This is very much in your head. This is very much surrounded by kind of shenanigans and fuckery. And you're like, no, I'm fine. No, I'm fine. Followed by the world, which is the end of a cycle. And it's also very positive. So if you go ahead and get out of the Eight of Swords energy and into the world energy, I definitely feel like it's going to be, some of your energy is going to come back. Some of your, it's just enthusiasm. I feel like you're missing some enthusiasm kind of in your head, if you will. The Five of Wands is very much about like arguing with yourself almost. Like, no, I'm going to do this. 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 And so we need to get like out of our own head. So between the, yes. So between the Eight of Swords energy and the Five of Wands energy, here's you trying to get out. Like, let me out. Let me out. I do think things are coming up pretty good. The Chariot's under that. So I'm going to go ahead and ask, like, what you need to do to kind of get out of this funk, right? A little bit of a funk, a little bit of a rut. But also, listen, sometimes we have to take a break and just make sure the bills get paid. I mean, that's just, unfortunately, that's part of being human and part of being down here in this big round thing they call Earth, which I don't know if it's round. All right. So number one, your mom is still here and you guys have a decent relationship? Because I get support. I get a relationship, and then I get your mom. And I feel like your mom is kind of, are you in a relationship? Would you understand that, Diva? You're not in a relationship. You don't live with your parents, do you? Or do you? You live with your son. Okay. So number one, I think that takes a lot of your energy. So then this could be your mom. This could also be being a mother. So every now and then you're like, I want to get out. I want to still do things. I want to go have fun. This is reconnecting with your friends. This is, yes, okay. So this is reconnecting with your friends. This is getting out there and getting the support. This is not over worrying about your son. It comes up with the money sign. He's actually quite smart for his age. You know how a lot of guys are kind of emotionally, they're more immature than their age? I think he's actually pretty put together. Would you understand that? And I think he's smart. Like he's going to have money in the future and take care of you and you're old smart. Does that make sense? Hopefully. Not emotionally, but yes, he is smart. Okay, very cool. So, I love all of that. I think that you just have bigger fish to fry right now. I don't think that you are stuck. I don't think that you are losing any abilities. I think that you are just in a place right now where you have to, you're taking a little spirituality cat nap. He is not in touch with his emotions. That is so interesting. Let me ask about that really fast. So we start with the Knight of Swords. He's actually very critical of himself, and I still get the Knight. So for his age, because I feel like he's under 20, I feel like he's I want to say he's 13 to 15. Would that make sense for your son, Diva? Oh, he's 21? Okay. He feels... Okay, so emotionally he is a lot less mature. Because he keeps coming through as the Knight, which is older than the Page, right? But this could also be a vibe where he's... Okay. Poor guy. I just put him all the way down to 15. So it makes sense to what you're saying, though, right? Yeah, I feel like he feels them but shuts them off. Hope it's okay that I comment. Yeah. So, right. And that's kind of, I mean, that's kind of life in the USA in 2023, right? Don't feel emotions, don't feel this, don't feel that. We're not sure where to go with them. But he does keep coming through as the Knight. He came through as the Knight before, which to me feels very much like he's trying. He's definitely trying. He's trying to emotionally mature. I do get success for him. I do think he's probably going to be a late bloomer, which if he's 21, that makes a lot of sense. And then I get the 5 of Cups. So I don't know if he's had a loss or if there's something that he's grieving, whether that's, it could be an idea, it could be a job, it could be an actual person. But I do get the 5 of Cups for him. But then I get the 6 of Wands. He's a mama's boy and he helps take care of me. I love that. I do get the 6 of Wands, which is the victory card. Where is Dad? Because I feel like that's part of the issue. Does that make sense? Thank you, Nicole, for the likes. Thank you, Sandy, for the likes. Ah, very much. Okay. That's very much the grief card. And also the comparison card. So when you get the Knight, right? There's a lot of mental stuff coming up in that. He wants to be the Knight in shining armor for you, which you've already said. But then you get Dad. And then you said he's not here. He's in prison, followed by the Ace of Swords. I think that he has a hard time making decisions, which is, I feel like your spirit team is giving me a pendulum, but I think it's for your son instead of you. So like if you could give him something along those lines that he could go like this for his anxiety. So it would be a necklace that he could also use as a pendulum. And you tell him to create a relationship with this necklace and show him how to do the yes, no's because he has a hard time making decisions. Does this make sense? Spot on. Good. Do you understand about the hard time making decisions? Good idea, yeah. So tell him that, I mean, within reason. Okay, absolutely. Tell him within reason, number one, that anxiety, it'll give him some, and I keep seeing a rectangle, like a rectangle, and there's some sort of a design on it, and it's a solid chain, you know, it's not like gold or anything, it's not like some, you know, rapper's necklace. It's about yay big, and it's a little, he's always asking me what he should do. Perfect. Get him a necklace. It's just a little, a rectangle, and it feels like maybe titanium or kind of brushed metal or something like that. And then it has a decent chain, something that he can take on and off fairly easily that he can use as a pendulum. So he'll do this for anxiety, right? But then he'll take it off when he needs a yes or a no. And start telling him that we're going to let the universe help you make decisions. And we're going to let the universe, we're going to create a relationship with his own spirit team. He's not too woo-woo though, so don't go with that. Just say, this is a good way to make decisions. Because he doesn't, I feel like he's a little resistant for some of the woo, right? He wants to be a guy. He's a guy. Like, I'm not doing that, Mom. How silly. But, yeah, that's what I'm getting. Yeah, absolutely. Perfect. Hell yeah. Whew. All right, you guys. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares, Nicole. All right, let's end today. Nicole, do you have a free question you'd like to ask real fast? And I'll grab 1 or 2 cards for you. Dylan said, you are welcome, Diva. Thank you. Dylan says, energy is science, though, so he might believe that true intentions guide the pendulum. Ooh, nicely done, Delaney. So, Diva, there you go. Nicole wants to know if she should leave her night job. Will I leave my night job? Oh, got a jumper. So that's probably your answer, but I always finish my shuffle. Ah, Delaney. Don't know if he's into Star Wars, but the Force is real, essentially. I love that. I freaking love that. I don't think you do leave your night job right now. You get the Five of Pentacles. You need the money. And there are people that you can ask to help you, because I get the Lovers right after that. And so Lovers is really about choices, and it's about passions. I think you use your night job right now for your planning time, Nicole. I think that you want to travel. I think that you have big goals. I think that you emotionally are unfulfilled and lonely right now, and that you use the time in the night job to figure out what your passions are and what your next choices are and what your next moves are. Ah, you've started your own business. Use that night job to keep going. Yes, keep going. I love that. Does it have to do with travel? The new business? So yeah, you're welcome. Keep it for a little longer. All right, you guys. Cleaning business. Love it. Love it. That it's going to provide you with travel then. Something about travel. So just keep that in mind, because, well, number one, I guess you travel to and from houses. You plan, and I do plan on traveling for leisure. Perfect. I think you're on the right track, but I think you stay in that night job a little longer. Absolutely, you guys. Thank you guys for being here. If somebody will remind me if I don't download this and you don't see this one, I think I'm going to upload this one. You're welcome. I'm going to upload this one to YouTube. It was pretty powerful early on. It was pretty powerful either way. And thank everybody for being here. It's just one usually, yeah. And I'm kind of coming down a little bit, and I'm going to go make some scones. And I'm going to check my emails. Hopefully I didn't miss anything too much. You are welcome, Diva. You have a beautiful day too. I probably will try to go live again tomorrow morning, and maybe even Sunday morning. So just keep an eye out for me. Make sure you tag the bell so you know when I'm going live. All right, you guys. Thank you.